Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're gonna be reacting slash having a conversation with this video called "Do All Black Men Think the Same?" Like I always say in these vids, you don't have to have the video up to listen to it. If you listen to it while you're working out or something, you can still listen to it. It's just people talking, so it's nothing you missing. You shouldn't hear their voices. But let's hop right into the video for y'all.
Black men that date white women, there's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like okay, Childish Gambino, I can see that. Jordan Peele, okay, I can see that.
Let me get this ad that's right away. Oh, and fuck it, I'm just gonna give my opinion on that statement. It was out of context, you feel me? So we don't really know what's going on yet, but I feel like this episode will be pretty spicy just off that.
I am expected to have a big dick. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, y'all, so I think how I'm gonna do this vid right here, especially with Jubilee vids, you feel me? Shout out to them for the vid. I'm gonna give my take on them before they do theirs, and then I'm gonna actually react to their takes. But you know what I'm saying, for this one, I think how this go, y'all, is just a floor. On the floor is lines, and they go from the right to the left of most likely, whatever. So right here, I'm gonna say it's like this question. Have a big dick. I'm gonna say it's probably like, it's not very likely, but it's not in the middle. It's like more than likely, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. It's like in the middle of those two when it comes to females and shit. That's just because that's how, you know what I'm saying, media has portrayed us in porn and shit. But let's see what they gotta say. My bad. Yeah, see, it say strongly agree. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So I'm in the agree phrase. So I'm not gonna say strongly agree because I feel like when you get somebody like a knowledgeable female and that's not really on that bullshit, it's not that far. But I do believe it's like right here and agree, you know what I'm saying? Like right here in this area. Because I feel like it's over 50-50, you know what I'm saying? It's probably like 75%. So.
Nobody
disagrees.
Yo. Yeah, I feel like it's a stereotype, and we know that stereotypes aren't realistic, but I mean, personal encounters, I don't feel like there's leeway. I feel like, okay, that one we're keeping. Like that's what the general notion is.
I think it gets into the issue of positive and negative stereotypes and how people need to realize that there is no such thing, because what you do is you put people into a box where they're expected to live up to a standard. And I feel like it's over sexualizing Black men. You know, you should want to date someone more for the pleasure physically that they can bring to you. And I know I've talked to people personally who will be like, oh, you're lucky you're Black, you have a big member. And I'm like, well, I have other things to offer too. Like, I'm well spoken, I have a good sense of humor, I'm well traveled. Like, you go straight to like what's underneath my zipper.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna jump in on his take. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes this shit get annoying. He right sometimes, you feel me? Because it's the same thing with me. Like, in high school, I graduated with like a 3.8. In college, I got a good GPA still. I do sports. I do stocks on my own. I have my own business. All of that shit. So, yeah, I can understand how it will undermine what you do outside of your appearance, because yeah, that has happened to me before, where people come up and they'll talk to me and they'd be like, you don't, for example, they'd be like, you don't drink, you don't smoke. We're like, nah. Oh, how do you have all these friends, and how are you so cool, whatever. Like, it's so, I understand this happens, you feel me? It's kind of annoying. So I agree with him on that take.
I mean, that's been my experience a lot of times, especially, you know, meeting different people. That's the expectation. And I just tell them, 2-inch Punisher, you know? Don't expect too much. I'm just joking, but it's
Hey, now you said, bro, he just joking? Yeah, he He didn't want to get caught on 4K. You feel me? He knows somebody's watching this motherfucker. He's like, yeah, let me just cap a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to get caught on 4K.
I think a lot of people watch a lot of porn too, and that's where it comes from. Like when you watch a lot of porn, you see, these mandingos and 10-inch monsters, and they expect that to be reality, and a lot of times it's not. But that's the expectation that they have. So,
Nah, see, y'all, I just said that shit for real. So I'm glad somebody touched on it. It's porn fucking culture, bro. It fucks up people's expectations, and even outside of this side of shit, men, women, it affects the brain so much when they have real sets. They feel like undermined because they're not doing goddamn Eiffel Towers and, you feel me, all these weird moves and that extra shit. So porn is a real problem, but we don't say that for another day.
So our audience submit hot takes about this group specifically, and they are hot. So black men cheat on their significant others far more than other races. Nah,
boy, this is crazy right here. I ain't gonna lie. You know they say black men don't cheat. Nah, I'm saying I'm fucking around. For this one, I would be like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say more or less. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that it depends on the type of guy you are. Not race don't mean shit in this question, so I wouldn't say yes or no. You feel me? I just be like in the middle. What the fuck? It's no evidence to like prove this shit for real.
I'm just like, where is this study published? Did someone do some research where they calculated numbers over a given period of time?
My bad, y'all. I fucked up. I meant all the way to the left because of the question. But you get what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get across is I don't think there's any difference between race and cheating. Like, I don't know what the fuck this question is.
The reason why I was going to be neutral is because I don't know the numbers. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I disagree.
Yeah. So I came this way because of the keyword far more. I was like, do black men cheat? In generally, like you're not apt to not cheat because of the color of your skin.
To prescribe this to race feels nefarious in a way that I feel like it was coming from a place of somebody that got cheated on by a black man. Like, it was like, yeah, black men cheat all the time. Come on, this doesn't even make sense.
Black men are attracted to big butts.
Like, again, we don't get back. I don't know who asking these dumbass questions, Jubilee. Y'all gotta do better with these questions. But this shit is, you feel me? Like, you gotta be in the middle or whatever, because it's no evidence for this shit. And I feel like this is just all racist, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the culture we're in right now as far as women, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Niggas like ass, like, what's up, bro? You feel me? So, yeah, that's it. It is what it is. Like, it's no, what kind of question is this? It's not even race.
Do we agree with that statement, or do I personally?
I mean, there's nothing biologically innate to like black men to like ass.
I think it ties into hip hop and the whole strip club scene right now. We are so far gone from like the natural aesthetics of just a natural person that right now it's all about who has the baddest ass. Who ass is 25 pounds with 2-pound legs. You know what I mean? Like that's hot for some reason. And I personally don't get it. I mean, it looks unnatural to me, like, but I mean, a nice ass is just a nice ass though.
I'm a fucking ad. But I'm a bro on that. What he just said, that's facts. This social media culture slash goddamn
students with ADHD.
I bet this social media culture slash music video culture, that shit, it makes people's perspectives unrealistic about bodies and figures and whatever. Like, for me personally, I'm not really a body, like, you shape type of person for real. Like, you could be skinny. The only thing with me is you gotta be in shape a little bit, you feel me? I can't have, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little nigga, bro. I can't have no overweight person. But that's just because of my lifestyle. I'm an athlete, you feel me? I always work out, so no matter what, my girl don't have to work out at least a little bit. But if you skinny, you thick, whatever, like, as long as you fucking, you feel me, you cool, you feel me, cute. I'm more of a face person anyway. I look at the face first, you feel me? And I like proportion like even proportions on bodies. That's like my preference. You know what I'm saying when it comes to that shit. So like if you, I don't want like the motherfucking ant. You feel me? I got I got a quick intermission. When I was in Miami, y'all. I was in Miami. It was at night, my nigga. So I seen a lady. This what you talk about 2-pound legs with a fat ass. Yeah, bro. Man, in Miami, I'm walking down. We in downtown Miami. I see this, bro. I tell her I see this bitch, bro. When I say she got when the doctor in Miami got the ass package and no thigh package, that shit was looking crazy. That shit was looking, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's walking on sticks with a goddamn bowl, but that shit was terrible. And it was huge, bro. Like, and that shit was ugly as fuck to me, but some niggas like it for some reason, because it's social media shit. This the BBL culture is really going crazy right now, but yeah, I'm with bro, man. That shit crazy.
Save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension.
But no.
Bro, black people are funny, and if you ever try and roast one of them, they will roast your ass so hard that you'll have no roast to rebuttal.
No, I ain't gonna lie for this one, especially where I'm from. I went to high school with a mix of people. Nah, black people is definitely funny, bro. Roast, especially the roasting part, yeah, we be finding niggas up on God. Especially me. My friends group tell me this too. They be like, damn, I don't like talking shit to Chuck fire you up. Yeah, I be going crazy. So yeah, for this one, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's just our culture though. You know what I'm saying? Like, our culture as far as humor, it's like making fun of each other, roasting each other, shit like that. So, I feel like I would be like, I would be right this area right here.
I don't know how to adjust that.
I get what he's saying. I think black people as a collective are funny.
If you go to Black Twitter, if you go to Black Instagram, Black Facebook, like, you're going to laugh.
So I think that in that aspect, that's why like that statement has so much truth in it, because it's like.
So I guess it's like the question is like, black people as a whole, are they funny? Or is like any black person gonna knock your ass off because he's super funny? Like, I think that's just the difference. Yeah. Black people as a whole, like, yeah, they got jokes, you know, it goes back and forth, cool.
That's why I said as a collective.
But don't think that any black person you go to expect like a really good joke, you know?
Yeah, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they took that question a little bit too serious. I mean, obviously not every black person gonna be funny, but you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, the group of friends, you feel me? We be roasting each other and shit and making niggas laugh around us. So like, yeah, I feel like he took it too serious. That's like a chill, like, joke question, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's true. Not every black person gonna be funny.
The N-word should stop being used by all races.
Oh boy, they got oh man, y'all, they got a hot one right here. You know what I'm saying? This is my take on it. I feel like fighting this battle is like fighting the war on drugs. Like, you too far deep in to win. You feel me? So, this is my solution to this. Nigga and nigger are two totally different things. Don't get it fucked up. I'm black, by the way. So, I say this with experience. Those are two different things. But the word nigga is like a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's my friend type shit. That, while saying that, this word should only be used by black people because it's our culture. You feel me? Our ancestors went through shit for us to be able to say shit like that. Even though I know the word was used in a bad context back in the day, but we just adapted the word and changed the meaning. I feel like it's not so bad to say the word because how we changed the meaning into more of a friendly term. You know what I'm saying? We like flipped the script to now. Younger people, when they hear the word nigga, they wouldn't even think it was something racist, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we did a good job of changing the meaning of that word, and I feel like only black people should say it for real. Well, now I'm thinking about it more. Cause in my life, I ain't gonna lie, me, personally, I don't care who you, how'd I say this? Me personally, like, a Mexican say this word too. I feel like it's like a word used for people that are constantly being, like, looked down upon or have negative connotation. like how people call us N word with the ER at the end, or people call Mexicans wetbacks and shit like that. So I know Mexicans that say the word too, and it's more like this is like a touchy sort of topic, because this word is changed it to more of a area thing, to where you even have white people saying because they grew up around people and let them say it. So how I address this problem in real life is, if a white person around me says it, I don't automatically get up and go, oh, you trying to be racist, and try to get active with them. But I just say, hey, yo, you gotta chill. Like, don't be saying that shit. Like, I let them know, like, don't be saying that shit. For one, you feel me? You shouldn't be saying that anyway. But for two, that shouldn't get you fucked up saying that to the wrong person. But it's usually people that I know that have no harm with that word. But I got another intermission for this one, y'all. So recently, one of the young boys that's still in high school, they sent me a video of a teacher that I had in high school, and she was using the N-word. Then she said, what was the question? She said she had a question like this, but she's in a public school, and she said, well, I don't understand why black people can say nigger and nigga and my white students can't. Which is crazy, y'all boys. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy how much Me Too culture in 2021 has like blurred the lines with niggas like common sense. Like, of course we can say nigga because we're black. You feel me? Our ancestors went through that shit, and we changed the meaning of this word to less negative. So, but yeah, that's a quick intermission, bro. We got a public school teacher going crazy, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm indifferent. I feel like it just depends. It just depends, bro. I feel like it should be, this word is more cultural now, for sure. More about where you grew up. But I feel like in a grand scheme of things, black people should be able to say it. And I give Mexicans that pass to say it, bro, because they be going through shit too. But other than that, bro, like, nah, nobody else besides that, those dark skinned. This word, okay, that's the word that's what I'm trying to grasp right now. The word nigga is more of a dark skinned term, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm thinking about it now. Even if back in the slavery days, if you was Mexican, they would call you nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like a dark skinned term. This word don't bother me that much. That's what I'm trying to get at. It don't bother me that much. Whoever say it, I don't spaz on it, because I understand we sort of just how to say it? We sort of took like the sensitivity out of this word, you know what I'm saying? So if it's a white person, I just say, don't say that shit, bro. You feel me? Just chill. You feel me? And then if it's a Mexican, though, sometimes I let Mexicans get away with it because they've been through some of the same shit as us. So I feel like I give black people and Mexicans the pass to say the word. But other than that, yeah, you shouldn't be saying it.
3, 2, 1, go.
I just think the N-word, when you look at the root of the word, even slaves would use it to describe other black people when accepting their supposed oppression. So I just think, when I think about that, I don't think you can do anything to erase the history and the blood that's been shed on that word. There are so many people who the last thing they heard was the N-word as they were being murdered. So when I think about that, yes, I think the word should stop being used.
Personally, me.
But he's not. Yo, he said the N-word, bro. He said nigga, bro. Not nigger, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I see, like I said earlier, I understand that point to where some people would be like, oh yeah, history tells us that word is bad. But I feel like, as far as modern culture, we have done so much to sort of put a brighter light on that word, especially in our culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, our culture, we can say that to each other, and we made it like a term of endearment. Like I said, younger kids nowadays, when you say that, they wouldn't even think if it's nothing to do with slavery. You feel me? So, I understand his take, but like I said, it's like fighting the war on drugs, bro. You're never gonna win. We're too deep in. So we gotta have a middle ground here, and the middle ground is, you feel me? The word nigga is just don't have to be alright in a black universe. The nigga dome, as we would say. All jokes.
Me, I feel like it kind of starts with us. The fact that we make it so cool within music and within like entertainment that it lets other people feel like they have a pass or that it's okay because my favorite rapper said it or I heard it here or you guys say it all the time. How come I can't say it? But at the end of the day, it's black culture pain. And if anyone's going to be using it, it should only be us. And that's it.
You can't really own a word. I think, we can own it in the sense where it's a black cultural thing, but the idea where we kind of make it out to where we say like, oh, other people can't say it, I think that's more of like a insecurity within the black culture of not being able to hold power, because historically, it's like, right, historically, black people didn't have as much power, so we're trying to hold on to literally a word that only has meaning because we add meaning to it.
I mean,
I don't know, bro. I feel like what he said is good on Fairy Tale fucking Island, but we in real life, bro. So that's not the case. The case is most races can't say that shit because they fucking cultural history hasn't been through what we've been through as black men, as black people in general. So I feel like what he's saying is he's taking like the political stance of, well, the word only has meaning if you give it to it, but nah, bro, like we gotta be real. We gotta be realistic. It's a cultural word, bro. It comes from our culture. You can only say it if you was part of the culture. Understand? You feel me? Like you gotta be part of the culture to say that, bro. Because that's how easily shit get out of hand. Cause, like I always say, we can say it to each other, and we not gonna flip out. Cause you know what I'm saying. We understand. We both understand. Okay, you understand black culture, right? What we went through in the past. You don't mean it in a bad way, but if a white person say it to us, it's different because it's racist white people here. As we've seen, it's a lot of them stories coming out in 2021 still. You feel me? So, I disagree with bruh, but I understand this. I understand what he's trying to say in a sense.
Respectfully, I ain't trying to hear that, right? Like, I feel like the only reason it's policed so much, and I feel like the only reason we even have like this debate or this debacle over whether we can use it or not is because we're black people. And I'm not one of those people that think everything is racist and all that, but in this specific instance, right, in several instances, women in many instances have reclaimed the word bitch to be a term of endearment. There are, in the 90s, there was heavier women reclaimed the word fat, obviously respelling and things like that. But I feel like in those instances, nobody bats an eye. Why is that understood? But with this, it's so confusing. Like, oh, I don't know if like, you know when there are boundaries set. And that word is one of the boundaries that I think we have respectfully and rightfully set up for ourselves. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to hear the like, if we use it, why can't it? We do that all the time with a bunch of different things. And I don't think this should be one of the areas where we're like, yeah, let everybody, nah, I'm not.
Well, I think it goes back to what you're saying.
That's a W example what he just said. Yeah, women do be constant a bitch, and shit like that. That's a W example. He like me, he woke. He don't. I feel like me and him the same in this sort of topic. Like we won't flip out, but if you understand that you gotta be black to say that shit, bro. Like, yeah, like you gotta understand the culture to say that shit and be part of the culture.
Boundaries, because when you break down to inner communities where blacks and Asians, blacks and whites in hip hop culture, where there's like it's 5 group of friends and their black friends don't care. They're like, say it. Like that happens. So it's like we're having this broad conversation.
No, I just said that too. Like in a group of friends, bro, where I said that as well. I didn't say only black people can say it. I said black people, Mexican, realistically. But in a group of friends, bro, you might have some, you feel me? Your white friend might slip out and say yeah, whatever. But you don't really press up on him because you understand that he's not saying it in a like mischievous way or evil way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I understand bro point now. Now he's making more sense. So he's trying to say in a group of multicultural friends. But that's because we understand we're friends. We understand you're not saying that shit in a fucking evil way. But yeah, I understand, bro. I understand both of them talking.
And I know all of us aren't trying to be the spokespeople for black people, right? But it's like it's such a convoluted I guess, topic where it's like the expectations aren't clear to people depending where you're at. If you're on the East Coast, West Coast, like it's very unclear. That's what I think. I'm not arguing whether or not it's okay to say it or whether white people should say it. I'm just saying if we don't want white people to say it, I think it needs to be very clear. And I think even in fact in this new age of our culture, I think we're seeing more people saying we don't want white people to say it.
Yep. That's facts. And I'm gonna boil down to summarize that question, that solution. And my solution half of this, it really comes down to individual not preference, but yeah, individual preference. So if you friends with a white person, bro, and you know that bro don't mean no harm or nothing, and you let him say it, you let him say it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with the culture of that word, we have to be very clear on who's saying it and what they're meaning behind it and how they're saying it, the tone of how they're saying it. So I feel like, for real, after listening to those two talk, bro with the glasses and bro with the red, like, yeah, probably like it's more of, like I said, it's more of a word of endearment as friends. So it's like a friend group type of word. So I guess if people saying it to you, that's like, you know, that mean no harm, then fuck it if you don't care. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they lucky changed my mind a little bit. They got some good points.
Homophobia is a big issue in the black community.
Nah, sadly for this one, I'm gonna say I strongly agree. Especially growing up. I grew up in sort of like the hood type shit, whatever. But gay shit used to be used to insult people a lot, and we would sort of like shame gay people for being gay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a history thing. I just read an article on like Buck Breaking, if you guys listen, how they used to do that back in the slave era to humiliate black men and shit like that. So I see, yeah, this is true. As a culture, like in the black culture, a lot of people don't fuck with gay people, and they yeah. I'm saying yeah a lot. My bad, yeah, bro. I'm tweaking. I just woke up, but this is true, very true.
3, 2, 1, go.
People with ADHD
And
save
sad, my bad, yeah. I'm gonna get ad blocker one of these days.
10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means.
A lot of us black men, we will rather be friends with the homie that, you know, probably has a rape attached to his name than the homie that's part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I think that that's something that, you know, we got to work on as people, because my thing is, I don't understand the whole big phobia of, okay, what he decides to do in his free time or behind closed doors, why does that bother you so much? Why does that affect you? Like, why do you feel like it's such like the scum of the earth?
And I also think it comes from...
Nah, he's true. Nah, that's a W point right there, no cap. It is some niggas right here who have friends that have sex with drunk girls, knowing they drunk and all kinds of shit, and do a lot of grimy shit, like sell drugs and shit, and they still friends with them. But with a gay person, they're like, no. So yeah, that's a W point. As far as my take on that shit, bro, I always say it's some gay people that are I don't know, bro. Cause even to this day, I'm not gonna lie, it's like so vastly different from my beliefs that it can make me uncomfortable at times. But flamboyant, like, it's a difference between flamboyant gay and just you're gay in your lifestyle. Like, I know cool gay people does this. You feel me? They're gay, but they don't act like, they don't have like nails and wigs on and pink wigs and all the extra shit. But I feel like that more low key makes me more uncomfortable, and I can't be around that just because. Not even because they're gay, it's just because I can't be around fake people for real that just want to be something else. Like, it screams like insecurity to me when you want to be somebody else. So that's just like a turn off for me, regardless of people. But I feel like I met cool gay people that's just gay and they don't be on that flamboyant shit. So I understand, bro. In the checkered shirt right here, it makes sense.
From religion, because I don't want to get too controversial with that, but people are very religious, especially in the black community. You know, Christians and you know, when you talk about the Bible, you know, they say, you know, homosexuality is a sin. So a lot of people have that ingrained in their mind. This is absolutely not right. And for a lot of people too, when they see a man, they want to see a manly man, and they associate that with.
Oh fuck, my bad, y'all. My shit fell on the ground. I'll pick it up later.
Being straight.
Heterosexual men have a.
No, you don't jump on his point about religion. That's true though. That's true. I grew up a Baptist. So, as a Baptist, they did not fuck with gay people for real, I ain't gonna lie. Religion does have something to do with it, cause son, yeah, he makes sense, bro. I feel like a lot of these boys will make sense on this topic right here because they look all have the same sort of stance, but that's a W point from him.
Fear that homosexual men will treat them how they treat women, if that makes sense. And so they're afraid of that treatment. And I'm on somewhat agree because I'm rather torn. I think I've lived a life where I'm around very open-minded, inclusive people. So I'm not sure how big of an issue it is in the community, but I know that in the Black church sphere, homosexuality is often made out to be the worst thing that you can be. There's almost nothing worse than being gay. And I think that's also where some of the homophobia comes from. We like to ignore all the other sins, all the other things that the Bible outlines that are not, you know, holy. And then we just take homosexuality and we make it the worst. You know, granted, the Bible says it's an abomination, I get that, but the Bible says any sin will send you to hell, so.
Nope, W point. That's a W point right there, what he just said. For sure. It's a W point. That's the fear. That's right. That's the fear of people when it comes to gay. They think, when it comes to men anyway, we think gay people are only talking to you because they want to date you. You feel me? Or interested in you in a romantic way. And I can't say it's wrong to think that way because, no, I ain't gonna lie. Personally, I don't think that way because even with females, if a girl talk to me, woman, my bad, woman. I gotta get, you know what I'm saying, I'm growing now. But when women talk to me, I don't approach every woman like I'm trying to date them or that they're trying to date me. You know what I'm saying? There's some cool females out there that just homegirls. I got a lot of homegirls. So, personally with me, that's not a problem, but I can see how in this sort of culture right now to where the person of a person that's of the opposite sex or like, not the opposite sex, how do I say this? I can understand how I can understand how they relate, how women act to that because women like men. So I feel like how they can be a little scared at first to think that all gay people are gonna like them because that's how when a woman approach men nowadays, they think, oh, okay, so she must like me. Like, especially the younger generation. So they probably think the same way gay people when they approach them. But that's always not the case.
You can't be pro-black and date a white person. 3.
I hate this question right here, bro. I hate this question. Because even to this day, bro, and it's usually the older generation. Thank God, the new generation, we have more open-minded people. And we're teaching people more open-minded things when it comes to interracial dating. But I hate this, especially the older generation, bro. Like, it's always like a sneak dissing type of way. It's always like a, you still dating that white girl, or you still talking to that white girl, or you need to date a black girl. You need to stop dating white girls. Like, you can't generalize all bad actions into one gender or race, or you feel me? Like, I'm glad the new generation we're teaching them different. They know who they like, and it's not really nothing to trip about. But older generation of black people for sure, yeah, especially older people, they be like, oh, why you dating white people? And I can understand why they think that because their memories of white people are being racist and shit like that. So they're not so much in touch with the modern culture. But I know, as a young man, you feel me, modern culture, that It don't fucking matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you date, skin color, whatever, it don't matter.
3, 2, 1, go.
I think really the issue with this statement is, for me, if you are a stand-up person and you stand up on your morals and your character, it doesn't matter who you date. And I think a lot of the issue is a lot of people get into, interracial relationships, or they date white people and they forget who they are. And if you are pro-black, it doesn't matter if you're dating a black person, a white person, because you can date a white woman and a black woman and still not even be for the cause. So I really think it's up to the person if they stand on their morals or not.
I agree.
Facts, and that's W him. It's like I said, it don't matter. And personally, I know some white people, bro, that definitely ride for black culture more than black women. No cap. I know some white women that go crazy for black culture for real, bro. Like, I know a few times in my life where somebody said something crazy as far as racist, and I didn't have to say shit. You know what I'm saying? White women, even men, like my white homies, they be on that shit. They be like, what, nigga, what you saying? Not nigga, but they be like, what you said, bro? They be pressing. So, I know it's a lot of white people that ride for the black culture, so that nigga's true.
Agree to a certain extent, but personally me, I feel like if you're pro-black, you're pro-black for everything. Like, you're for the advancement of the race, you're for businesses, you're for everything black. So it's kind of hard for me to understand how someone can be pro-black and want so much for, the black culture and the black race, and then they're in a relationship with someone that doesn't represent that,
So are you saying that being...
What is bro talking about, bro? It's the first bad take of the vid, no cap. Does he not understand that white people can be pro-black too? Like, what are you talking about, bro? It's a lot of white people that's pro-black out here. That's putting on for black-owned businesses, that's supporting black people, that's donating to black causes. You feel me? Like, this nigga tweaking. I don't know what he talk about, for real.
If you are black and you're pro-black, you cannot act on attraction to someone from another race.
Personally, I'm not pro-black, but in my mindset, like, I'm saying if you're pro-black, you wouldn't find someone that's not black attractive to me. Not saying attractive, but you wouldn't even want to cross that line and even engage in a relationship with them. You can have like lust, like, hey, she's an attractive white woman, but ideally, you want black kids, you want black family, you want your lineage to carry on.
I don't know. I feel like the question in itself kind of like low-key negates the demographics of the country. I mean, black folks make up 13% of the country, roughly, and a lot of the time we live in concentrations. So, you know what I'm saying? If you in Iowa, it's gonna be a little tough to find you like a black woman, especially somebody that might identify as pro-black with you. So I think it depends on what you do, not who you decide to be with.
My first response to that is like, what's the point of looking at people differently? It's like we get upset that people do it to us in generally, like looking at black people and judging them and stereotyping them and making assumptions about them. It's like, so on the flip side, why should we be doing that to other people regardless of who, they're in a relationship, depending on the color of their skin?
I'm not gonna lie, I do. Like, I look at people differently based on who they marry. Because dating, you could be dating for fun. I feel like I look at people different based on who they marry. Like Jordan Peele, Childish Gambino, I feel like I can look at them and be like, I'm not looking down on them. I don't think of them negatively, but I'm like, oh, I see. And like, oh, okay, I see. Like, because like black men that date white women, there's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like oh, okay, Childish Gambino, I can see that. Jordan Peele, okay, I can see that. I can't think of another example, but I feel like I can tell, like, okay, like, that's cool, I'm happy, you happy. It's no disrespect to them, but I see the difference.
Yeah. I like what he was trying to say without saying it. He was trying to say he could tell them niggas now didn't grow up in the hood, you feel me? That's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say you could tell them niggas not grew up in poverty, they grew up in suburbs, you feel me, type shit. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying, because those two that he talked about specifically act very different from like your average like hood nigga. So that's what he was trying to say. But yeah, that was his take. And then the take before that was how we should stop judging people because of our past. It's a W. That's why I said I love this new culture when it comes to like dating, because we don't we don't say you can't date this person if you're this race or whatever. We let everybody just like who they want to like. So, like I said earlier, that's a W.
I prefer a light-skinned partner to a dark-skinned partner.
Oh man, that one's gonna be fire.
What if extraterrestrials are already here waiting for us to reach out?
Executive Cooling and Heating and Train. You're just one click away from home comfort.
3.
This question right here is crazy. The thing with me is, y'all, is I'm indifferent. I'm in the middle of this question. It don't matter to me. You feel me? Dark skin, light skin, Mexican, Indian, Asian. It don't matter to me. You feel me? Personally, like I said, race don't matter to me, or skin color don't matter to me. But I know, like, as far as like, being attractive and being common, I'm gonna call it commonly attractive. What most females like, and what most females like in men, for sure, is light skin. It's real. I don't know why I can't say why, because I'm not part of that. But that's true though. Most fucking men or women, what's commonly attractive now is a light skinned dude with some curly hair or some shit like that. They always say, oh, curly hair, even though black people hair is curly, you know what I'm saying? Coily is what we call it. We got the most curliest hair type. They like the loose curls. So I feel like this right here, since it's a preference, I don't know what they would do, but if this was like a true or false thing, most light skin just low key going crazy as far as being commonly attractive. Don't get it fucked up though. It's still some dark skinned attractive woman. Some women think dark skinned men are attractive. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm dark skinned for the fact. That's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking to a trio right now. No, I'm speaking to a trio. Light skinned is going crazy right now as far as like being commonly attractive. Being light skinned to take you from a goddamn 5 to a 7. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wouldn't say people who just don't like dark skins, but you know what I'm saying. Light skins low key are more in common beauty standards more attractive usually to people.
3, 2, 1, go.
I prefer a light-skinned partner to a dark-skinned partner.
I don't play them colorism games over here.
All right, so the reason why subconsciously for me, the reason why I feel that way is, growing up, I was always, bullied for my skin color. I always felt out of place. I was always told I'm not black enough. And when you constantly hear that and you get beat down with that, and, you doubt yourself. And like I said, I grew up in a broken home. I grew up in a foster care system. So it took me a long time to figure out myself. And for a lot of times, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I used to hate the way I looked. I was like, I don't like being dark skinned. I want to be light. And I'm just being honest, but now I'm more comfortable with myself.
I guess I have a question.
Nah, I low-key resonate with bro, because even when I was little, bro, people should say, and the crazy thing, most people that were saying this was black people. They should say, oh, you be in the sun too much. You gotta get in the sun. You too dark. They should say I was too small. All of that shit. But as I grew up, you feel me? I was a late bloomer anyway, but I got confidence in myself. You feel me? And I always say this to people: if anything, your confidence is the most attractive thing out of anything, bro. I always tell people this. Confidence shines through anything. You think, oh, because I'm not light skinned, I don't have curly hair, I'm not what's commonly attractive. Your confidence shines through anything. People can spot confidence from a mile away, and they will, you feel me, low key, how do I say this, connect to you, you know what I'm saying? Confidence when people want to talk to you. Confidence will get you business deals, more money. Confidence will get you more attraction as far as women, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the most important thing in life. That's what, as you grow up, for those other young boys, you will learn that. And as I grew up, that's what I learned. It's less about how you look, how you dress, what you have, and more about your confidence and aura, and you being your unique you, unapologetic hold on, y'all. Unapologetically, you feel me? You being you unapologetically and being you comfortably, you feel me? So that's just my take on that, and that's just a take to have in life.
Do you think it's because you look at a potential partner as lighter skinned so that your potential children or so would be lighter skinned so they don't have to go through what you feel like you went through?
Nah, at the end of the day, for me, I'll marry whoever I seem fit. So it really doesn't, to me, matter about the skin color. But I will admit, subconsciously, I do think, when I see a light-skinned woman, I actually, look a little longer, or I might linger a little longer, or be a little more interested, just because of, that consciousness that I had growing up. So it's not something that I say that dark-skinned women are far unsuperior or light-skinned women are more superior. It's just because of the constant beat down and the constant hatred about me being dark-skinned and the way I was treated, that subconsciously I do think that way.
But
You know what I gotta say though about this panel of people? I like how open they are and not taking the political stance every time. Like, they're giving their true response to the question, which I like that, you feel me? Like, I like how Bert's being vulnerable here and expressing his background and what he really thinks, and saying how he usually look at light skinned people as a little bit more attractive. You feel me? Like, I like how he's saying that without being, and how he's saying that without being scared to say it. I like how other people are listening to his takes without shaming him about it. So I like how this panel is working together, rather than like chastising a person for having a different opinion. So I like this.
Feel like you have some sort of like self-hatred because of that?
Yeah, well, not anymore, because it took me a long time. I mean, this started happening, like I said, when I was 6, when I got in foster care. So, but now I'm more comfortable with looking at myself. I'm a good-looking, tall glass of chocolate milk. So,
chocolate.
I have a question. Like, do you at all feel like you've become the person that bullied you by then having this preference toward lighter-skinned people as opposed to someone that would look like you?
I will admit, yes. I will admit that, and like I said, we just shooting the realism. So I do agree with that, yeah. And I think that's why now I'm focusing on myself, and being a part of this discussion is very important for me, because I'm starting to realize that prejudice needs to go. And I see this a lot in the entertainment industry now, where they want a black woman, but they want your complexion. They want that light skin that look like she can go in between the white family and the black family. And I think I only speak openly about it because I know there's a lot of people who feel that way too, but they don't want to admit to it, or they don't want to express it and be rejected. So I mean, you see it in the media too. So I think that plays a big part in that too.
I currently go to therapy.
And just to add on to that point, y'all, I like that question. I like the responses to that question. That bro's 100% right. Being light skinned in this current culture right now is what most people are seeking out. Like, at least when I say seeking out, that's what we're pushing in the media. That's what we're pushing in everything, that, you feel me? And that's just how shit goes sometimes, you feel me? As far as culture, it just, you feel me? It's like trends. So that's like the trend right now. And especially y'all boys, if y'all just watch any music video, like the hood, like the ass shaking music videos, you can see most of those models in there are light skinned, bro. So you feel me? Like, yeah, bro was right, and I like that question. I like how they responded. I like how they answer his questions and question him more to see why he thought that way, instead of just being like dickheads. So I fuck with that.
3, 2,
and no, for this question, I don't go to therapy, but since we on this, oh my god, this video is going crazy right now. I like this video. I'ma say this. If I would have went to therapy when I was younger, I would have been able to handle myself in times of hardship way easier. earlier in life. I ain't gonna lie, I figured out how to handle myself probably when I was like 16. I got a grip on my I got a grip on my emotions when it comes to like handling shit. But and even to this day, I don't go to therapy as far as like a paid therapist, but I commonly, if I'm feeling like stuck or something is fucked up and I gotta like vent my thoughts out, I would do it to myself. Like I ain't gonna lie, honestly, I talk to myself when she be going crazy. So sometimes I gotta get in the whip, I take a drive, and I just be talking to myself, or I go take a walk and I go talk to myself about a situation and how to fix it, or I just vent out my issues like to myself. So I low key do therapy like to myself because I know how to solve them to myself now. But if I went to a licensed therapist when I was little, I would learn how to solve these problems a lot more effectively earlier in life. But that's just me. Comment down below what y'all think as well throughout this whatever interesting part of this video that y'all got a question about, or y'all want to share your opinion. Comment down below for sure.
2, 1, go.
Very disturbing news out of Vernon Central High School.
What's going on? Undertaxed students have guns.
What the hell?
Me and my girlfriend's my therapist, but she don't like that. So I'm thinking about going fairly soon just to speak my mind, because I feel like there's a lot of things that, you know, everything's cool up front, but everyone has like something that's just like digging at them somewhat internally that, you know, may hinder them in some sort of way, you know. And I feel like, you know, if you have that type of feeling, like, you should go.
Yeah, therapy can be going to the beach or like going out to eat or doing something that relaxes you. So
physical therapy.
Yeah, exactly. W point. That's what I do for real. Like if it was me, like if I'm going to some shit, y'all boys for real, like I get into nature. I go to like I might go to like a nature park, take a walk, just me in the trees, nothing but that and my thoughts. Go to the beach, go on the beach, just chill and think about shit to myself. Or I put in headphones, listen to music, and think about shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. And like I said in a few podcasts before this, in my friend group, I'm the one that they ask for advice and shit, and they vent their problems out to me because they can see how well I handle my own problems. So I feel like I do pretty well at that. But you don't, like I said, you don't have to go to a licensed therapist. But my advice to y'all boys that's listening, women and men, and no matter what race, please don't let something build up. Like if you have something's bothering you, vent your problems out then, and don't let it build up. Because if you let something build up, then it's going like exponentially grow, and it's gonna just have a bigger fucking blow up, and you're gonna be way more emotional if you just nip it in the butt when you get it. So that's what I say. That's what I learned in life. When I was little, for real, I used to just hold shit in. You feel me? A whole grudges, hold shit in. And then eventually it'd come out, and then it'd be like a big ass explosion, and it would just be bad, and I would just lash out. And as I grew up in life, I understood that when it comes to shit like that, as soon as it happened, I nip in the butt. You feel me? I just get out of the way, vent myself out with that one part, so I don't have to carry it any longer than that. So that's my advice to y'all. If y'all feeling some type of way, some type of feeling, somebody fucks you over, life is going hard, vent it out at that moment so you don't have to carry it. You feel me? And let that shit get heavier and heavier and weigh your shoulders down even more. Just vent it out at that moment.
Hold on. we have to be able to draw a line.
I know what I'm saying. It's open to interpretation. I'm here because
yeah.
I took it as like sitting in front of a therapist, someone licensed to do this. Do I do that? No. Do I find other avenues to relieve stress or whatever? Yes.
But you can't mix up self-care with therapy.
Okay,
it's
maybe
two
that's what I'm
different
doing.
things. Yeah. I've been in therapy for quite some time, personal therapy, just for myself, just issues that I have internally that I speak with someone with on a professional level. I recommend therapy. Therapy is literally the best thing you could possibly do.
For me, I find therapy in my faith, you know, and I know there are a lot of people who they look at like, you know, the Christian church specifically and might not adhere to that. But I think in recent years, the church has been adding more professionalism to what therapy means.
Having these conversations, you know, for some reason, it makes you feel like less of a man, because when we talk about therapy, You know, people like, really? You going to therapy? But when you think about it, that's why a lot of people have anger issues. That's why a lot of black men have anger issues, because, you know, they grow up a certain way or they face a lot of challenges and they don't know how to express it. So the first thing they do is they take it out on you or their girlfriend or their mom, and they don't have someone or an outlet to express it. So I think we need to normalize going to therapy and not pushing it off as a white thing. We need it. You know, we need healing, and we need somebody to talk to us.
I think.
And y'all, what he just said right there is exactly why I made this podcast. I want y'all boys watching this podcast to fuck with it and feel like it's a safe place for y'all to express your opinions, express your problems. Y'all can come to me with any problem y'all got, you feel me, and I give you advice on it, you feel me. I want to be like that because I wish I had this when I was younger. Like he said, I grew up told as a man, you don't show your feelings, and I would just hold shit in, and then eventually I would blow up and, you feel me, act out. So that's why I made this podcast for the viewers, especially. We could talk about anything. You can share any opinion. If you got a personal problem, like a specific problem, you can comment down below, and I give you advice on it. No judgment. That's why I made this podcast, to help people out, because I feel like I learned that shit the hard way, how to deal with my problems, and I did my problems and issues, and I had nobody there, no way to help. So I want to give that back to the world and help people in that instance.
Healing trauma is going to help Black people progress instead of just getting more trauma piling on top of each other. And in a lot of ways, that does come into an aspect of personal responsibility, because it's like my issues with my dad at a certain point has nothing to do with him anymore. At a certain point, it has to do with me and how I process it. And I have to go from, do I want to get angry every time I'm in the same room as him, or do I want to be able to walk in the same room as him and not have that reaction? And that was what I processed in my head when I was going through that therapy.
My father was present in my life. 3, 2, 1, go.
My pops has been in my life my whole life, so yeah, that's me. Personally, my dad lost his dad at an early age, so my dad gave us everything we wanted, even when and this how much I have respect for my pops. Me and my pops don't have the same point of view. We don't see eye to eye most of the time, and I sort of love my pops from a distance, but it's because we're so different in our views. But I can say growing up that he provided for us. You know what I'm saying? Christmas time, we got everything we wanted, all of that shit. He has a lot of kids, and he took care of all of them. You know what I'm saying? So my dad has always been in my life. He has made that a mission of his life, because he lost his dad early in life, to be in his kids' lives. So I was very fortunate to have a dad that raised me correctly.
Go.
Not to jump into this one, like, I absolutely love my dad. I'm even getting a little emotional thinking about my dad. My dad's amazing. My dad was there for me in every way, shape, or form, every facet, every way that he could be there for me and more. He was there for me. He was there to pick me up from school. He was there at my soccer games, my track meets. He was my coach for soccer one year. My dad taught me everything that I know almost. He is who I model my personality after. He is who I aspire to be. I don't think I could have had a better father. It's almost why I'm discouraged to have kids, because I feel the pressure to live up to the example that he set for me. So he was there, still is.
I said somewhat disagree, because I ended up being put in foster care when I was 6 years old with a couple of my younger brothers. And I remember, I don't remember what my dad looks like, but I do remember he passed away when I was around 7 or 8. So I can't really fault him for that. But, you know, my mom, she was widowed, so she lost her husband, and she decided to take care of us. And I don't think my life would be any different. I don't regret not having a dad, but sometimes I do wonder, you know, secretly, you know, what life would have been like if I had that fatherly figure in my life. And I think that's another stereotype, that, you know, black men don't have their fathers in their life. And it's good to see, you know, a lot of y'all over there?
For me, my dad was not as present as he could have been. He's a typical older Belizean dude. Their culture is just very different from American culture. It's very passive aggressive. I remember times being young and I would question my mom all the time, like, hey, like, you know, why is he not around? Why is he not there? And, you know, she did the best she could as a single mother. Now I can say my dad is very present in my life. However, I feel like our relationship is very like financial based, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I don't have a real connection with my father. Like, he's there for me if I need something, like if I need to, like, if I want this, if I want that, like he's always there for me, like money wise, but I feel like I'm still like desiring for that real connection. Like how you mentioned how you have that mental connection with your father. Like, I feel like I don't have that. So that kind of puts a desire into me to where I'm desperate now to be a father. Not desperate, but I'm desperate to be a father, that I want to do it right and give the things and, you know, make sure that I nurture my kid more than just the money aspect of things. Like, I want to be there, you know, and always possible. I kind of feel like now I kind of just suppress it and try to ignore it because he's here now, which I definitely feel like I shouldn't do.
I think that it.
I'm not gonna lie though, but his point, I can resonate with it a little bit because I was the one. Like I said, my dad had a lot of kids, so as far as like getting attention, I didn't get a lot of it because I was the one that had good grades that I didn't really need. I understood things pretty fast. I learned lessons pretty fast. I didn't fuck up that much as a kid. So, when I was younger, I used to, for example, I'm just gonna give examples of some shit. When I was younger, we all used to get money for grenades in our report cards, you know what I'm saying? And all through elementary, I had A's and shit. Until eventually, like 5th grade, bro, I stopped getting money for my report cards, but all my other siblings got money for their report cards. And it was because that I didn't have problems struggling in school. So, like, the attention that I didn't need as much attention as them to like be successful in life. And I wouldn't say it negatively affected me because I, like how I'm telling you now, I understood that like early in my life. So like even when I did sports, like cross country in high school, is on a Saturday, my brother played Pop Warner, I would tell my parents, go to his game. He needs you more than me. You know what I'm saying? So I was never like jealous as far as attention, but I understand his point with the attention point and all of that shit.
It's never too late to mend a relationship. It's never too late to rewrite the story.
But I like that now. Me and my pops is cool now, you feel me? Like, I love him from a distance, it's because we're so different, but it's no problems when we come together. Like, I was just talking to him yesterday, matter of fact. You feel me? So, yeah, me and my pops is cool now, but I understand his point a little bit. I'm just so different from, like, my family, bro. Like, the way I think, the way I act, what I do, what my goals are. It's just, we're just so very different that I love most of my family from a distance, bro. Except my little bro. My little bro, I'm raising him, you feel me? I'm putting all my knowledge in him to be the best that he can be, you feel me? Because he did next generation, but the next generation is what I'm helping. But as far as, like, my parents, bro, like, I love them from a distance for real because we just so different, you feel me? And that's just life, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that. It's no hate, we just different.
I mean, you can't go back in time and change anything, but you can definitely mend the relationship. Because although I have a good relationship with my father, relationships are constant maintenance and they're work. And I know that parents can be toxic too. They can break your heart more than anyone else can. I'm not saying that your dad did. But maybe you should start today. Give him a call, invite him out for a coffee. You know, start somewhere.
Father's Day coming up, dog. You know what I'm saying?
And that is officially a wrap.
Hey!
And we got you guys some merch.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Jubilee. Oh, 2 pins. 3. Oh, 2.
I don't even think I can fit this on my head.
Nah, that video was lit, boys. They had some good topics. For those who watch this, comment down below what was your favorite question and what's your take on that question. You feel me? That's what I want down below. Comment down below. 1, type in what was your favorite question from this panel, and 2, what would your take be on that question? So what would your opinion be on that question? So I appreciate y'all boys for listening to the podcast today / watching the podcast. I got a story time dropping on Friday. It's gonna be a lit one. Have a good rest of your day / night, and I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace out.